What does it all tell us about separating the art from the artist?
And, the implications of this whole cancel culture idea.
And where does responsibility, actually lie in these really complex situations? It's messy.
It is messy. And if you look at the bigger picture, this specific case just highlights that tension we always seem to come back to.
Which is,
Appreciating the art, the creation, but then condemning the harmful personal actions. It's like walking a tightrope for society.
okay, so let's start with the Brat's main stance. The article quotes her saying, "When I listen to a song, I'm appreciating the art, the creativity. It's not an endorsement of the artist's personal life or choices." So it sounds like she's drawing a pretty clear line there.
Yeah, a very distinct line. The music is one thing, the person is another.
And the core insight there, I think, is that fundamental conflict. Liking the art, but disapproving morally of the artist. Something many of you listening have probably felt.
That's a really crucial point. And the article also points out, importantly, that for a lot of people, R. Kelly's music isn't just background noise.
No, it's embedded, right?
Deeply embedded in pop culture, tied to personal memories, specific times, cultural moments. So regardless of everything else, the music itself has had this huge impact.
Right, its place in our collective memory is undeniable.
Yeah.
But then we get to that other comment. Where are the parents in all this?
It's a controversial part.
The article really details how that just immediately sparked a lot of criticism. People arguing it shifts the focus, away from R. Kelly himself.
Right. And potentially minimizes how serious the accusations are.
You can see why that specific comment hits such a raw nerve.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like victim blaming to some ears.
Exactly. And that raises the question of accountability. Where do we point the finger? Critics see comments like that as a deflection.
Trying to shift the blame.
Yeah, potentially undermining the victim's experiences and, crucially, the direct responsibility of the person accused. They'd say it creates a dangerous narrative suggesting the main failure was somewhere else entirely.
Okay, but the article also mentions there are people defending Brat too.
There are.
Suggesting she might be raising a point, maybe a valid one, about the wider responsibility, parents, guardians, maybe even the industry itself.
Right. Perhaps she's hinting at a more systemic issue within the entertainment world, the need to protect young people.
So, not excusing the alleged actions, but broadening the scope of responsibility.
Precisely. These defenders might argue that while, of course, the primary responsibility lies with the person doing the harm,
Sure.
there are still legitimate questions about the systems, or maybe the lack of systems. Were there things in place that could have stopped this?
Like the role of record labels, management, that whole structure.
Exactly. That's a systemic issue that goes way beyond just one individual.